In 1945, Vietnam seemed to teeter on the edge between life and death. The boots of invaders had trampled many once peaceful villages, leaving behind ashes, blood, and tears. After years of enduring brutal oppression, the people began to rise, fueled by rage and a yearning for independence. In a small village by the Red River, a young man named Nam sat carving sharp bamboo stakes, each tip as pointed as the fire burning in his heart. He had just turned 20, but his eyes bore the hardness of someone far more seasoned. Inside a thatched cottage, during a secret village meeting, Mr. Liu, the local party cell secretary, spoke in a low voice that struck like thunder. "We can't wait forever. The revolution is near. We must be ready." No sooner had his words settled than an alarm drum sounded from the edge of the village. A squad of Japanese soldiers had arrived, raiding house by house. Beneath a stack of old straw, Nam and 3 of his comrades held their breath. "They're searching for weapons. We'll need to hide them even better next time," whispered Dung, the oldest of the group, his voice dry as sand. When the soldiers finally withdrew, the group slipped quietly into the forest, heading for their resistance base hidden deep in the jungle. There, among towering old trees, stood a cluster of humble huts. A red flag with a yellow star hung among the leaves, camouflaged so well that no outsider could have spotted it. An Ba, their unit commander, leaned over a map spread across a bamboo bed frame. "There are signs that Hanoi is preparing to rise," he said, hope gleaming in his eyes. "If we strike at the right moment, we can coordinate a nationwide uprising." At that time, revolutionary forces across the country were stirring like fire beneath ashes. In Bac Sang, armed self-defense groups were forming. In the south, sporadic gunfire had already erupted in several places. The August Revolution was not just a historical event, it was the embodiment of the people's will surging to life. Nam remembered the day his father was taken away by French soldiers, never to return. His mother wept for 3 nights straight, then fell into a silence that lasted for years. "For father, I will fight," Nam swore quietly under the forest canopy. That night, the group received orders to march toward the township with an urgent mission: seize the Japanese rice warehouse and save the starving villagers. The march was silent. Under the dim moonlight, every step carried the weight of determination. As they neared the warehouse, the group split into 3 units. One to assault the main gate, the other 2 to flank from both sides. When the gunfire erupted, the Japanese soldiers were thrown into chaos. They never expected that poor farmers would fight back so fiercely. Within just 30 minutes of combat, the warehouse was taken. The flames that rose were not from gunpowder, but from the people's unyielding spirit. Villagers poured in, wielding sticks and hoes, working together to carry the rice back to the village, shouting, "Long live the revolution!" That night, Nam sat alone, beneath a sky full of stars, deep in thought. "We've taken a big step forward," he mused, but he knew there were many more hard battles ahead. News of the victory spread like wildfire. Nearby villages began to rise up, and the first red flag was hoisted atop the communal house roof, fluttering boldly in the wind. Nam was tasked with reporting the victory to the regional leadership. On the way, he encountered groups of people heading toward the resistance base. There were elderly men, small children, and young mothers carrying babies. "We're going to join the revolution," they said. None showed fear, even though they knew death might await. Reaching a mountain pass, Nam paused to gaze down upon the vast delta. Golden rice fields, scattered village huts, all seemed to be waiting for liberation. He clenched his fists, then continued onward, walking into the rising glow of the red dawn.